We do move into our very first quarterfinal. Who's moving on to Championship Sunday into the semis, where then it's going to be best of 5. For now, we stick with the best of 3 format. It's 2 undeads against each other. It is Russia versus Korea. It is Happy versus Mikael. We've seen this in ESL Europe Cups on very Euro-centered hosts, I want to say. And what kind of surprises do these two players have in store for us is the question. I do see a first surprise looking on the battlefield. We kick things off on Last Refuge. Let's go.
All right, Undead Mirror nowadays, still very interesting. Not everyone's favorite matchup, but I definitely enjoyed it quite a bit over the last year or so. Especially strategically, it has become a lot less predictable. And it's a lot about player choice as well. People who want to play DK Fiends, play DK Fiends. Exilord is one of them. People who want to play Cryptlord Expansion, play Cryptlord Expansion. Like Craft, for example, or many other Undeads. But some Undeads also switch between different playstyles. Whereas Happy has been playing a lot of Lich first, trying to punish Cryptlord Expo with Lich first, and that is again the opening here. But Mikael, not going for the expansion build, going for the Fast Fiend build, he's going for Fast Fiends, which on paper should be the best build against this Lich aggression, because it's very defensive. You're going to have 2 Fiends out right away against the Lich pressure. Question is, DK or Cryptlord, what's he going to go for? Cryptlord has the better potential, the higher ceiling for the late game, but DK first would be much safer at the very beginning.
Yeah, I'm about to ask. Oh, it is a Cryptlord. Okay, so with the Cryptlord, this is of course a very slow build by Mikael. Everything takes quite a bit to build, and the army moves quite slow as well. Fiends not as fast as ghouls. Of course, you don't have an aura with the Cryptlord. And my question, Remo, and you might be the one answering this best, with the Lich Ghouls in the hands of Happy, can he just not Nova surround all the Fiends and kill them?
In theory, yes, but it's hard to do. Especially because it's going to be skeletons around, beetles around, perhaps ghouls, and Mikael is going for a far forward tower to upgrade into a Nerub. This is the best counter build against this Lich play you can possibly do, with the caveat that perhaps DK first might be better. But yeah, Happy's taking a risk. He's not going scouting. He talked about this before. This is a risky build. He's just expecting he's going to be harassing the Cryptlords creeping, especially the Expo. But that's against a Ghoul build. He's facing the Fiend build. He can do a bit of damage with the Ziggurat, but not too much. Nerub Tower is coming up. And Happy really can't do much of anything here. If a Fiend is out of position, he can get it. But if Mikael keeps them together, there's no way.
Yeah, this is like going for a walk and not getting groceries on the way back. Completely useless early game for Happy at the moment, while Mikael, interesting idea, is it not? He has a lot of summons, of course, beetles that don't expire, and some skeletons, and he's distracting in the bottom and going for some sort of harass in Happy's base.
Yeah, it's going to be very annoying for Happy to deal with. He starts the tech, doesn't have an Nerub Tower yet. He sees the beetles coming into his main, probably gonna have to send the ghouls back, so can't creep with them in the middle of the map. But the Lich is still creeping, gets sentry wards, which is great for him to keep vision here. So Happy getting a slight lead in experience. These beetles, if they surround an Acolyte, they can kill it! And they almost had it. Man, this would have forced tech cancel. Happy with a bit of stress here, and a lot of pressure early on, but keeps his economy intact.
Yeah, and despite this Fiend build, the tech is pretty much at the same time. 2 Fiends, Cryptlord build, same time as the Lich build. Interesting.
Yeah, that's because he brought 5 ghouls right away at the beginning, so he hardly had any lumber. This is, as I said, this is a risky build. You can absolutely run into nowhere and sort of waste your early game. Happy has recovered, though, the early game. With a bit of creeping that he was able to get. He's almost level 2 now, is going to get level 2 in a second. And Mikael, perhaps not the right call by him to go harassing with the beetles. If he had just crept, perhaps that would have been the better choice.
Also risky, of course, against Happy. Can just last it so well. And of course, with Nova as an instant spell, easy to take these hits too. So how much damage was done? 9,900 gold for Happy, 9,700, so a little bit of an advantage as we have a certain spike here. saw that for Soul Glider as well. I hope things will even out.
Yeah, creeping against Lich Nova for the last hits isn't that easy, but if you do it like super try hard and get all the creeps low HP at the same time, then the Lich can usually only steal one last hit. But yeah, now the Crypt Lord being 0 XP still is a bit of a problem, although the upside is, with Crypt Lord Fiends and a couple of Beetles, you can power creep really fast if you're left alone. So now on level 2, I guess Happy's goal is going to be to prevent creeping as much as he can. And he stole the last hit! He used the Nova on Mikael's units, and the AoE of the Nova got the last hit. Still, no experience at all for this Crypt Lord, and Happy is showing how strong he is with this Lich against other undeads. And by the way, only Happy recently has been able to show this Lich look any good. This Lich first in undead.
Yeah, that's why they call me the Prophet, Remo, right? Because exactly that was what I kind of expected. If Happy has a Lich, then it's trouble for all the other undeads out there. Ritual Dagger, a couple of gold coins used on something that you ideally would love to save and put into army. But yeah, difficult situation now. No Impale. How do you deal with this?
Yeah, with the Fiends, how many does he have? 4. He can creep really quickly right now. Yeah. Happy would love to get level 3 fast, and he will be able to do this. Really good recovery by Happy. This early game could have easily gone very horribly, and I think Mikael would have had an easier time with a DK first. Maybe the Crypt Lord wasn't the right call here. Nova, steal, again. But Mikael also, he's not weakening all the creeps at the same time, which is what he should ideally do. That last hit stolen with the right click. Happy showing off.
Oh my, I was so impressed by the denies in the game against 15 Sway already. Now he's showing off, as you say, with a couple of right clicks. Is he playing Dota recently? Is that what's happening? I feel his last hit / deny game got quite a bit better. And Mikael's in a rough game. Here comes an illusion and the Lich, man. Is he just stealing this Trapper as well? Oh no, End Snare on that Fiend. Turns out to be a little bit of a disaster this game.
Yeah, most of this game comes down to the early decision to use the Beetles aggressively. Now it has become clear it was the wrong choice. He should have used it first to creep heavily. Yeah, the Lich is going to have 2 Novas early on to steal something, but then he doesn't have anything anymore because he's not going to get level 2 if you creep first right away. It's easily said now, of course, as we saw the game transpire, but Mikael here in a rough spot. Happy is going to go, continue to creep with his DK. Creeps the Merc camp first. That's not too easy to do just with DK and Ghouls. But Happy can do that, certainly, and still keeps harassing with the Lich. If he steals that asset as well, that would be crazy. But Mikael finally gets it. Gets level 2 after so long.
Yeah, there was one last hit by Happy once again, so the DK was on 0 experience for quite a bit. No level up here, no level 3 here. Okay, didn't get that one. Super annoying, and so much time for Happy to creep with his DK, who completely out-leveled everything that Mikael has at the moment, and Flute of Accuracy.
Yeah, at the moment not even going to be too impactful, but later we should be seeing a Fiend transition, and then it's going to be looking quite powerful indeed. Still no Fiends made, though. He's waiting to start Frenzy instantly, and here we see it. Playing Ghouls against this can work out decently against the Fiends running in with Nova and Frenzy. Can also be very hard to pull off against Impale, which is why it was so important to slow down the Crypt Lord's creeping, as he's still not level 3, but should get it soon. And when hitting level 3, I think Mikael should go rather Impale than Beetles here.
Yeah, I agree. There will be what do they really do against Ghouls? Not too much, I guess. That can be the X factor, even though it's weakened by a little bit. Scroll the Beast, pretty nice. Invo.
Dreadlord!
What?
He's just going mass melee!
Oh man, we've seen this before. How can we not think of this? Yes, of course. He did play this before. He's playing mass melee. He did that against Human, and he did that in 1 or 2 mirror matches prior as well. But Dreadlord, man, that's of course a little bit of a style choice. He does that versus Night Elf a couple of times because of the Vamp aura. This is pretty sick.
So it seems like he's going to be staying on ghouls mostly. So that aura for him, really not the greatest, hoping for a better one. Oh my god. Ancient Django after Mana Stone.
Oh boy.
Happy's items looking sick.
On the other side,
what's Mikhail getting?
Pipe. So he can't really complain, I guess. But Happy item DLC. Sicko. Where do we go from this? Mikhail is catching, or not really catching up, right? Like, Happy is so much faster with the creeping.
Yeah, probably damage-wise, it's comparable between the two armies, but movement speed, Happy is just so quicker to move from camp to camp.
Yeah.
And this Dreadlord, I love it. He's gonna go, of course, sleep first to prevent the impales, to run in and have a decent engagement before the first impale. And then he's gonna go into aura later. Alright, does he get another aura here? Do we have the lion horn? That
devotion, come on. Hit me with the devotion.
Lots of great items here. Sowie Mask as well would be wonderful. Robe. Quel'Thalas boots. Well, that's the worst.
Wow, no comment about a Dark Ranger when you see a Boots of Quel'Thalas, Remo. Are you feeling alright? Are you a little sick,
no option
maybe?
To play Dark Ranger anymore, unfortunately. You can't play 4 heroes. This is not Footman Frenzy.
There's an expansion by
60
Mikhail.
supply already.
Yeah. Don't really want to push into the base of Mikhail, I guess, because of the 2 towers that are here. A gargoyle. 2 gargoyles are coming in. 3 gargoyles are coming in. What?
It's gonna be so hard for Mikhail to micro. Remember, he's on around 150 ping, so this will not be easy, especially when he's getting slept. Destroyer. Dispel has to be super fast against this thing.
And there's Gargs, man. But there's also an expansion. Happy's on the other side of the map, so he can't pressure that expansion, but maybe he doesn't need to if everything falls. Oh, Mikhail is just running into open arms of these ghouls, trying to get away. But how do you get away against Unholy Aura and Endurance Aura?
Happy split his ghouls into 2 groups so they couldn't all get impaled too easily. Now there's a wonderful impale lining up. Oh my goodness. Hitting almost all the ghouls. No follow-up. Happy. Did he not bring a heal scroll here? Very surprisingly. Or perhaps I just didn't see it. But there's still some ghouls left alive. Some were killed, but many more are still living. And these fiends are dying so fast. One sleep coming in after the next. But now Dreadlord out of mana. Mikhail next to his main. This way he can bring it back.
Okay, let's see. The power of the undead base. Happy again with the deny. As so often today, at least. But yeah, as you said, the ghouls suffered down to 55, and that bought Mikhail the time to get this expo up. Just seconds away, and for now, I mean, does Happy have an idea about this yet?
No, he definitely hasn't realized it yet. Otherwise, he should be going there.
Yeah.
A little bit lucky by Happy. He is, or by Mikhail, excuse me. A little lucky that he's, you know, he's taking this risk. Looks like Mikhail feels like he has to try something unusual, something risky to have a chance, but Happy's gonna check now, perhaps for experience. He knows the item is gone. He's gonna see the expansion, and this is a goner. Mikhail, I don't think he can TP in there.
Ouch, no way. He's gonna get Nova'd so hard, so he has to sell everything. Creep up a little. Ring number 2 for him. Tanky bug, but that's not really what you want. That is a little bit of a problem. Fiends, certainly stronger than Gargs, but they will probably be torn apart by ghouls. Is it Aura 2, by the way? No. So Sleep 2, pretty cheap.
And the DK is gonna get level 4 here as well. These ghouls are gonna be so fast. Truly frenzy.
We need some necros up in here to make them even faster. But yeah, I think that is already incredible. Happy is now moving an Acolyte across as well. Mikhail, good mana, decent items, still holding on to that Scroll of the Beast. But yeah, how do you engage when your Cryptod is slept? There's the first impale, but not hitting too much actually. First Gargoyle getting focused, good weps and a nice save, but can't save it forever.
Yeah, this is so hard to do. Mikhail needs the Frost Armor. He doesn't have the Frost Armor. Maybe with that, the slow against the ghouls, it might look a lot better, but he's just getting destroyed. Yep. Neo is getting destroyed! Everything's dying! There's just no way.
Yeah, let's go champ, let's go map 2, I would say. Mikael down to 37. This time there's no backup expansion that he can hope for. That early game just ruined his entire game 1. Not making the right choice there. And now the DK falls and the Lich will follow. This is game. This is 1-0 for the undefeated Emperor.
Really well done there by Happy. It seems like his mindset is he can go for a subpar build and risk it. As long as he doesn't play up against a Crypt Lord Fast Expo, he can always come back with superior creep route movement and so on. I would have loved to see Mikael rather play this build order, but with a DK. Then you can have the coil to heal, you have the aura quickly, you can secure some last hits for yourself. I think DK Fiends would fare much better here. Crypt Lord, of course, is flashy. If he gets level 3 fast, if he gets level 4 fast, he's really strong. But if he's just getting bullied, we see how horrible the mid game and late game can be.
Those are some fast ghouls, man. That was crazy. The auras, what the hell was up with that, dude? Those ghouls, crazy ghouls.
Was super fun for sure. Happy with the Lich in his hand. It's just so powerful. Just as powerful as our community is. Thank you, a guy with the wonderful nickname, Mr. Buttlicker, with a $5 contribution. You like that, eh? Ja, sehr gut, he says. And Swag bought a Back to Warcraft hoodie. Thank you very much for that as well.
It's so stupid. I gotta respect that. Gotta respect the immature meme names. I love them. I love them so much.
We're all grown men. 2 of us already in their 30s and still a Mr. Buttlicker or something related to a fart makes us giggle like we're 14 years old, and I hope that never changes.
How dull would life be without farts? Am I right? I think I'm right.
I certainly agree. No. Remo, by the way, before I forget, service announcement just for you. I wanted to mention this earlier already, but then I forgot. And so to make sure that I won't forget it again, tomorrow is a holiday in Germany. So if you still need to get groceries for this weekend, you have to do it today.
Yeah, I'm set. I got some yesterday.
Damn.
We Gucci fam.
That lasts for 3 days?
3 or 4 days, something like that, yeah. How often do you go grocery shopping, dude?
Every second day, I think.
Really?
Wow.
Jesus.
I just don't buy much.
How many pizzas do you need, Nia?
2 a day.
Yeah, the thing is, for you, the supermarket's right out the door. For me, it's like 600 meters away, so it's a bit of a journey, you know?
True. I went there once with you on a bike. That was a wonderful journey.
We did?
Yeah.
I just remember, nighttime when I was hanging out in the tree and stuff.
I can't imagine that you remember that. But it's also
do you remember when we were on the Christmas market?
Yo!
Dude, how amazing was that?
Mainz has a beautiful Christmas market. Gotta say that. And then, that was beautiful.
Man. That was amazing.
What does the tourney mean? Do you
I
guys know?
have no idea.
Yeah, I've never hosted it before. I'm not sure what. Maybe somebody can.
I think that is for DreamHack.
Oh, I see. Okay.
I think so. We have to go for standard Northern Isles.
Interesting.
Yes. So did the chat actually answer what they are most excited about? I was
reading it. I didn't see it. Chat, you're letting us down. Okay, this is a it's a give and take. All right, you're like a crowd at a concert. Okay, you guys need to answer. You guys need to hype us up. We need to spam the What do you spam for Mikael? I don't know.
Let's go champ. Let's go champ.
No
can you imagine at a concert, like the singer is doing this back and forth with the crowd, but there's a 3-minute delay?
Gotta sing along to the wrong songs. Oh yeah. Did that before. Not proud. Not the proudest moment. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, it is the 1-0 lead for Happy, who is one map away to a flawless entry into Sunday's semifinals against maybe Lawlight or Kraft or Dice or Diospool Death Note. Let's see if he can get there with a 2-0, 2-0. Off we go. So, Remo, is it gonna be a Crypt Lord once again, or will Mikael change things up a bit?
He could go DK first ghouls, but I doubt it. If he was to play DK, why not play DK Fiends? That's way better. It is so likely that Happy's going to go for the same build again. He was looking for the Crypt Lord killer build for a long time, and he was unable to find it. It didn't really work with DK Fiends. He was swayed to the Crypt Lord side for a long time, right? But we saw him play Crypt Lord expansion himself in Undead Mirror. But now he is trying to exterminate all the bugs with the Lich first. And I like the build a lot by Mikael, and I'm sad that he seems to be dissuaded now from playing it again. If he plays Fast Fiends with DK, it could work really well. But here now we have the Crypt Lord, which should be a lot better on this map. Last Refuge, the big problem there is you can't creep the first camp fully and get the experience before the Lich arrives. But here on Northern Isles, you can get the full green camp before the Lich is there and get a nice level lead that way, or at least experience lead. What's important is to not take any damage from the creeps, not take any damage, which is something that not everyone pays attention to.
Yeah, we will of course keep our eyes on that, and I keep my eyes on the Altar of Darkness by Happy, and we see a Lich on Northern Isles, which I think is new, right? I have seen it on LR, on AZ, but
yeah,
on Northern, I think this is the first time I see it.
I've seen it like once or twice before. This is possibly the worst Lich first map, with the exception of Echo Isles. I guess that one's even worse, but that was probably vetoed by Happy. Concealed Hill also, it works really, really well, especially against Crypt Lord. But Happy's still going for it. This is his build. He doesn't want to play Crypt Lord anymore. He doesn't want to play Fast Expo versus Fast Expo anymore. He wants to destroy the Crypt Lord early on. And we can see Mikael creeps the first green camp and is going to get full experience. He took around 100 damage here, which is a little more than he should, to be honest.
Okay. Yeah, I think Happy's game plan makes a lot of sense, right? It's easier to kill small bugs than it is to kill big bugs, so killing the Crypt Lord on level 1 makes a lot of sense to me. Well, this is a lot of stuff, and I am freezing. There we go. Ooh la la. Man, reconnect, save the broadcast. Fluxu, you god.
Puck champ, puck champ, puck champ, puck champ.
Okay, here we go. Big ghoul flood into the main base. This is so hard to hold right now. Crypt Lord is coming. No tech at all. And man, Mikael is rebuilding 3 acolytes here. Ouch, this hurts.
Oh, the Lich trying to snipe the ghouls, not the acolytes. Very interesting. Gonna get 1 ghoul at the green. He figured out where the opponent was, but not level 2 quite yet. This is gonna cost quite a few ghouls. It's also gonna cost a few acolytes. Very hard to gauge who this is gonna be better for, who's gonna suffer more here.
And lots of ghouls, very, very hurt for Happy. 2 of them falling. 3rd one about to fall. So how much experience is this? This is level 2 and a bit. And Happy's still on level 1, so he can't use Dark Ritual. Which is, of course, a letdown. But man, 2nd round of ghouls are coming in. Let's go again.
Yeah, and here we see the big benefit for Happy. It is the faster tech. Shouldn't be too much faster. Oh, or is it? Oh, Mikael is going to try to force through this expansion. But the ghoul reinforcement timing for Happy is 1. Oh my god. He's going to have 7 ghouls here.
That's a lot of ghouls. That's more than 1 hand of ghouls.
That's going to be rough, Mikael. All right, let's see how this goes.
Okay. Creeps and Happy against Mikael with not too much mana, so you can't really spam Impale at all. 1 ghoul goes down, was of course killed by the creeps as you saw by the exclamation point, but so far, better than expected.
Expansion still not coming up though. Mikael loses 1 ghoul to the creeps. He has started the tech now. But that's more than a minute behind the opponent. I think Happy is starting to realize that this expansion of his opponent won't be so fast after all, if there's going to be an expansion at all. Mikael would love to see this Lich out of position and Impale surround him, force him to TP, but Happy's movement too good for that.
And there's a second crypt coming, so I can only imagine... Wait, is it mass ghouls again then, or is he going into a faster Garg build?
Yeah, this is quite surprising to me as well. You don't really need the crypt so early. Usually you want to go DK, Tier 3, and Slaughterhouse. So this must mean Gargs then right away. Otherwise, this doesn't really serve too much of a purpose, I think.
Happy again, wonderful at distracting and keeping the Crypt Lord low level. They fight over every single unit, every tiny point of experience. Mikael goes for a Fiend build now.
And it makes sense, doesn't it? Happy has the perfect read that Mikael is going to try to force this expansion. And soon there's going to be air units without Mikael having anti-air, and the Nova comes in perfectly. He just barely had the vision. Mikael thought perhaps it was out of vision range because of nighttime, but Happy gets the last hit, gets the level 2. Expansion still delayed.
But he's
and here come
attacking.
the gargoyles.
Good.
He's still going to try to go for it, though. He's got the acolytes around. He wants to expand. I'm pretty sure.
Also, like, on one crypt without an expansion, it's kind of rough to build the amount of fiends you need. Oh, Impale on one ghoul.
Sad Impale.
Yo. It's a Simpale. The amount of fiends you need to kite against the Gargs. Because there's gonna be a lot of Gargs and not too many fiends.
Yeah, the Crypt Lord is better than the Lich in many regards, but what he's not better in is supporting Gargs in an air battle.
Yo.
In Gargoyles versus Gargoyles, Nova is great, Impale is useless. So it's not like Mikael can counter with his own Gargs, he has to go Fiends.
Yeah, why is the
And
Crypt Lord
again,
not
Happy
raising
seems
the
to be...
Why is the Crypt Lord not raising the spikes even higher to hit air as well?
Yeah, it looks like they would hit him, right?
Yeah.
Or at least almost.
I think it's a design flaw, man. Remo, Mr. Patchman, make Impale hit air units.
And then they fall to the ground, dude. How sick would that be?
Yeah, and then they're kind of ensnared on top of things. That would be a cool ultimate. Anyway, 3 times the charm, right? For this Crypt Lord to kill the Ogre Magi. He does succeed eventually.
And it's going to get quite a few ghouls here. Happy denies some of them. Still not enough mana for a Nova. But Gargoyles are pretty speedy, faster than the ghouls. It's going to be one going down, soon to be a second, almost level 3 on the Lich. And the DK for Happy should be coming out any second now. Satyr is coming in soon as well. Mikael has the hard counter with Fiends and Web about to finish, but he has had a rough early game once again.
Pretty crazy how fast Happy is adopting this newfound love for ghouls. He's playing them so well. Surround here? Almost! But now there's level 3 and he squeezes out once again. Ghouls are continuing to follow these fiends, and that's exactly what I mean. Like, you will never have enough fiends to whip down all these Gargs.
Yeah. Just by the way, Happy didn't creep a single camp this game.
Yep.
He's level 3 on the Lich.
Yep, and he's in the semifinal. Yeah.
Jesus.
That was a roughie, hey?
Wow. Interesting as well. Happy had a very good read. He was going tier 3, and then he realized that Mikael was going to commit to the expansion again, and that Mikael's tech was so delayed. So Happy just canceled his tier 3 and went full Garg, full aggression, as you guys pointed out at the end there. And then eventually he was on his way to tier 3 at the end of the game, but he didn't even need it. Just the Gargs. The Gargs are too much. Yeah, pretty dominant performance from Happy so far today.
Yeah, against 15 Sway, there were 1 or 2 flaws, I think. Here against Mikael, man, in Undead Mirror. He knows in this region, in Europe, you need to have a strong Undead Mirror. Oh, no boy, does he have a scary Undead Mirror these days. No chance for Mikael, really. And so, 2 Koreans and 1 Chinese eliminated the Emperor. He heard that the Asians wanted to conquer War 3 champions, but the Emperor still reigns. For now.
Happy keeps his part of the bracket clean until now, until the semifinals, where he might be facing Lawlight, which would be a sick game. And in that quadrant of the bracket, Lawlight is the favorite. Dice and Krav, really good players. Death Note also a pretty good one, but Lawlight is the big favorite there. And that's going to be for our next matches coming up.
That is absolutely not true, Mr. Remo Demo, because before we go into the next stage of the one-on-one session, we got 2-2. And that is where you will see Lawlight for the first time. Okay, that's true. Alongside Soin versus Sonic and Muscle Mike. I've had enough of one-on-one. I want some more craziness. I want timing pushes and all that stuff. I want 4 players instead of just 2. I want more action, more kills, higher level heroes, etc, etc. Sonic and Muscle Mike versus Lawlight and Soin coming up next. And we just got 6 subs. Thank you, Kiox, for the 32 months. And Governor, there he is with the 5 gifted subs. Get a high 5 right there. This is the Governor that will boost the prize pool by $2,500 if the community comes together and boost this to $5,000. So $782 to go. And then Mr. Governor comes in with a big, big, big donation. Make it happen. You get some time. We go into a little break and then it's time for the 2 and 2s.